No country is truly self-sufficient, no matter how powerful its economy seems. The biggest importers in the world spend trillions just to keep their industries running and their people supplied with essentials. Some rely so much on imports that a single disruption could cause chaos. Today, I will talk about the top importers and what this means for their economies and the rest of the world. Number 20. Turkey. Positioned at the crossroads of Europe and Asia, Turkey plays a crucial role in global trade. With $362 billion in imports, its economy depends heavily on machinery, electronics, and energy products. The country's reliance on fuel imports from Russia keeps energy security a pressing issue. Industrial expansion in Istanbul and Ankara also drives demand for high-tech machinery. Number 19. Switzerland. Famous for its strong banking sector, this country imported $364 billion in goods last year. Gold, pharmaceuticals, and machinery are among its top purchases, supporting industries like watchmaking and biotech. Swiss pharmaceutical giants such as Roche and Novartis rely on imported raw materials. Additionally, Switzerland's role as a financial hub increases its demand for precious metals. Number 18. Poland. As one of the fastest-growing economies in Europe, Poland imported $370 billion worth of goods in 2023. Fuel, electronics, and vehicles top its import list, largely coming from Germany, its biggest trade partner. The country's thriving automobile and its sectors have also driven up demand for semiconductors and high-tech components. Infrastructure development further fuels the need for heavy machinery. Number 17. Singapore. Despite its small size, this city-state is an economic giant, importing $423 billion in 2023. Oil, electronics, and machinery dominate its imports, feeding its position as a global trade hub. The country's massive shipping and port infrastructure help distribute imports throughout Asia. With limited natural resources, it also depends on imported food and water. Number 16. UAE. The United Arab Emirates is known for its oil wealth, yet it imported $449 billion worth of goods last year. Gold, electronics, and machinery are its primary imports, largely driven by its booming financial and real estate sectors. Dubai's duty-free zones and logistics hubs attract businesses worldwide. The demand for luxury goods and automobiles is also on the rise. Number 15. Spain. A key player in European trade, Spain brought in $470 billion in goods last year. Oil, vehicles, and pharmaceuticals are among its top imports, fueling industries like tourism and manufacturing. Spain's reliance on imported energy has increased as the country transitions toward renewable energy sources. The nation's automotive sector, with brands like CC8, also depends on imported components. Number 14. Belgium. With an import value of $547 billion, Belgium plays a vital role in European trade. Its economy depends on chemicals, machinery, and diamonds, with the port of Antwerp being one of the busiest in the world. The country's pharmaceutical industry is expanding, requiring specialized chemical imports. Additionally, Belgium's strong engineering sector increases its need for imported industrial equipment. Number 13. Canada. Despite being rich in natural resources, Canada imported $570 billion in goods in 2023. Vehicles, electronics, and oil lead its imports, with the United States being its largest supplier. Canada's cold climate also makes it reliant on imported fruits and vegetables. Its booming tech industry has driven up demand for semiconductors and high-end computing equipment. Number 12. Mexico. Serving as a critical link in the North American supply chain, Mexico imported $621 billion in goods. Machinery, electronics, and auto parts dominate its imports, crucial for its manufacturing and assembly industries. The country's proximity to the US and China makes it a major player in global trade. Additionally, its growing middle class has increased demand for luxury goods. Number 11. Italy. As a global fashion and automotive powerhouse, Italy imported $640 billion worth of goods last year. It depends on energy, machinery, and raw materials to sustain industries like Ferrari, Lamborghini, and Prada. Italy's lack of domestic energy sources makes it heavily reliant on imported natural gas. The country's renowned culinary sector also requires imports of coffee, cocoa, and exotic spices. Number 10. South Korea. A leader in technology and innovation, South Korea brought in $643 billion in imports. Oil, semiconductors, and electronics are essential for its industrial giants, including Samsung, Hyundai, and LG. The nation's advanced shipbuilding and automotive industries also rely on imported raw materials. With the growing demand for luxury goods and international fashion, imports from Europe have surged. Number 9. Hong Kong. An essential trade and finance hub. Hong Kong imported $654 billion worth of goods in 2023. Electronics, gold, and textiles are its main imports, much of which are re-exported to mainland China. The city's status as a duty-free port makes it attractive for international traders. With its reliance on imports, Hong Kong remains one of the most open economies in the world. Number 8. India. With a rapidly growing economy, India imported $673 billion in goods last year. Crude oil, gold, and electronics top its import list, fueling industries from transportation to aid. The country's rising consumer market has also led to increased demand for luxury products and international brands. As its economy expands, imports of medical equipment and industrial machinery continue to grow. Number 7. Japan. Despite its technological dominance, Japan imported $786 billion in goods. Fuel, food, and industrial components are crucial due to the country's lack of natural resources. The nation also imports large amounts of rare earth metals to support its high-tech manufacturing industry. With an aging population, Japan is seeing a rise in medical and healthcare-related imports as well. Number 6. France. Known for its fashion, aerospace, and luxury industries, France imported $786 billion in 2023. Aircraft parts, fuel, and medicine lead its imports, essential for its world-famous Airbus industry. The country's high-end fashion sector, featuring brands like Chanel and Dior, relies on imported textiles. Additionally, France imports significant amounts of coffee, cocoa, and exotic foods to support its culinary scene. Number 5. United Kingdom. After Brexit, the UK continues to adapt its global trade strategy while importing $791 billion in goods. Crude oil, vehicles, and gold make up a significant portion of its imports. The nation's reliance on European suppliers has forced it to negotiate new trade deals worldwide. Additionally, its booming tech industry has led to higher demand for electronic components. Number 4. Netherlands. Home to Europe's busiest port, the Netherlands imported $842 billion in 2023. Fuel, chemicals, and electronics dominate its trade, largely due to the port of Rotterdam, a gateway for goods entering Europe. The country is also a major importer of agricultural products, supporting its massive food export industry. Its strategic location makes it an essential link in global trade. Number 3. Germany. Europe's largest economy imported a massive $1.46 trillion in goods, driven by its strong industrial base. Oil, metals, and electronics are essential to its world-leading automobile and engineering sectors, which include brands like BMW, Mercedes-Benz, and Volkswagen. The country's precision machinery and chemical industries also depend on high-value imports. With an increasing focus on renewable energy, Germany is among the largest importers of solar panels and lithium-ion batteries. Additionally, its reliance on natural gas imports from Russia was a major economic concern, leading to shifts in energy policy and alternative sourcing. Number 2. China. Although known as the world's largest exporter, China also imported $2.56 trillion worth of goods in 2023. Crude oil, semiconductor chips, and iron ore remain critical for its massive manufacturing and construction sectors. The country's growing urbanization has increased demand for high-end machinery, luxury goods, and foreign food products. Meanwhile, China's focus on self-sufficiency in chip manufacturing has led to significant semiconductor imports from Taiwan and South Korea. As incomes rise, the appetite for imported European cars, U.S. agricultural products, and global fashion brands continues to surge. Additionally, shifts in trade tensions with the U.S. have influenced supply chains and import patterns. Number 1. United States. With imports worth $3.17 trillion, the U.S. remains the world's largest importer, reflecting its high consumer demand and industrial needs. Oil, vehicles, and electronics dominate its imports, fueling key industries such as automotive, technology, and healthcare. The country also imports vast amounts of pharmaceuticals, medical equipment, and high-end consumer electronics from nations like Germany, China, and Japan. The U.S. has a persistent trade deficit, particularly with China, sparking ongoing debates about tariffs and reshoring manufacturing. Additionally, global events like the semiconductor shortage and disruptions in shipping routes have further influenced its import strategies, forcing businesses to diversify supply sources. Imports connect the world in ways we do not always notice. But will new technology or policies change how nations trade in the future? Let me know what you think in the comments. Also, like and subscribe for more content.